Good morning. Today I will be explaining how to simplify rational expressions. This is where we left off in class the other day. I will be working two examples demonstrating how to factor. Please pay close attention to how to factor as I am explaining each of the two problems. At the end, you will have an opportunity to email me for some extra help as you are practicing some of your own problems. First problem to begin with today, we will begin with x squared plus 3x minus 40 divided by x squared minus 25. To begin, we want to factor the top. Since there are three terms, we will put down our two sets of parentheses. We can split our x's up by putting it in each parenthesis. The last sign is negative, so that tells us that we will have 1 plus and 1 minus. We now have to think of two numbers that multiply to equal 40 and at the same time subtract to equal 3. Correct answers are 8 and 5. The bigger number 8 will go in the parenthesis with our middle sign. So we put the 8 with the plus, the 5 with the minus. For factoring the bottom of the fraction, it is a difference of two squares. Since both are perfect numbers, take the square root of both of those, and we will add 1 and subtract 1 into our two parentheses. Once we now have that factored, we are now ready to simplify. Look at the top and the bottom and see if you find any parenthesis that is exactly the same. If you do, divide those parentheses out. Once we have done that, what is left remains as our answer. So in this first problem, x plus 8 over x plus 5 would be our final answer. Moving on, let's do a second problem. We will begin with 3x to the third minus 12x. And on the bottom, we have x squared minus 2x minus 8. Beginning on the top, we notice that they both have a common factor of 3x. So if we factor a 3x out, that leaves an x squared minus 4. However, we also recognize that what's inside that parenthesis, that x squared minus 4, is a difference of two squares. So we actually need to factor a little further. We got our 3x, take the square root of both of those terms, making that an x plus 2 and an x minus 2. Now it is completely factored for the top. The bottom of the fraction has three terms, so we again put down our two sets of parentheses. We split our x's up into each parenthesis. The last sign is negative, so we have 1 plus, 1 minus. And we need two numbers that multiply to equal 8 that subtract to equal 2. Correct answers are 4 and 2. 4 being the bigger number goes in the parenthesis with the minus sign. And the 2 goes in the other. When it comes to simplifying, we look at the top and the bottom of the fraction and see if there are any parentheses that are exactly the same. We see x plus 2 and x plus 2 can be divided out. Nothing else is the same, so we write down what we have left on the top. Do not multiply those out. And then what we have left on the bottom, that will be your final answer. Please practice your problems. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. I'd be happy to help you.